A lot of people don't take the time to study the greats, study the methods, the madness that has been used for centuries. First, principles thinking, theory of constraints. What is the one thing that you have to figure out? If you figure out this one thing, life is pretty good. Find the biggest problem, not the symptom, but the actual sickness. Get to the root of the problem.
I'd rather be sidelined trying to achieve greatness than watch greatness achieved and it only set on the sideline. Now introducing your host, Jacob Emery.
This episode of the Iron and Infrastructure Podcast is brought to you by Unlocking Greatness with Jacob Emery, a coaching community built for those ready to become the strongest version of themselves. Weekly calls, proven playbooks, and a community built to grow. Greatness is not given, it's unlocked. Join us today at jacobemery.com or DM coach at jacobemery44 on all social media platforms. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Iron and Infrastructure Podcast. Today, I want to talk about something that everybody hates to discuss. It's a topic no one really likes. It's scary. It creates fear, insecurity. It is a setback that's underneath all of us. It's a fear underneath all of us. Today, I want to focus on commitment, especially in business. We don't want to talk about it. It's kind of one of them things we all want to get along. Sometimes we don't want that clarity, that absolute must have be done, that one thing and one thing only that we must focus on. So today, here's the point. Here's where I want to break this down. Most of the problems from accountability is honestly just a lack of commitment. Most problems are rooted in insecurity. We don't know if this is the right number. We don't know if it's the right target. It's not perfect yet. It's not the right one, or we don't know what the right one is. So let's just not make one in place. If you don't have a target, a clear target, defined target, you're not going to hit it. If you're going down any road with no end in mind, you're just going to end up wherever. If you don't have a target to hit, if you don't have a destination, any path or any road will get you there. And then that's nowhere. This isn't about laziness. It's not about a lack of a system or a lack of desire. Those are symptoms. But the root is almost insecurity. Somewhere, somebody in their core, in their gut, they know, I'm too afraid to commit to this thing. What if I fail? By saying that and not actually committing to something, you are failing. I lose every day. I lose all the time. All the winners in the world lose more than actual losers do because losers quit. Winners might fall down, but they always get back up. They don't ever stop going. Fear shows up in your business when it comes to setting targets, setting clear expectations, accountability, one person in charge, one focus, one goal. Here's a couple of the main ones I've seen. Dual ownership of something. If you have two people accountable for something, you don't have one. It's like two quarterbacks. If you have a two quarterback system in football, you don't have a starting quarterback. You just don't. And everybody knows it. Everybody sees it and everybody feels it. You have to adjust to whoever's in on that play. You have to adjust to what the coach might think. The two quarterbacks, they don't have the confidence because they don't own that position. They don't own that starting right. They are just filling in partially. So they're not all in. They're all in as much as they are owning that seat. Same in business. If you put one name accountable for something, it's a team effort to get the outcome. Yes. One person's accountable. They have to drive the outcome. They have to be the one getting that thing to be there. It's not a one person has to do all of it. It's one person has to be accountable for it. If two people are accountable, one's not, and by definition of focus, finish one course until successful. If you're not focusing on the one priority to move the business forward, the one priority to move your life forward, then you're not focused on getting anything actually accomplished. Saying that we're doing it all means that you're not doing any of it. You might get a little bit done in certain areas, but none of the priorities are going to be accomplished. None of the issues are going to be resolved. You're going to continue to carry on the same story year after year after year. So commit to something clear. And even if it's not the right target at the end, you're going to be a hell of a lot closer than you were at the beginning. A lot of people don't take the time to study the greats, study the methods, the madness that has been used for centuries. First, principles thinking, theory of constraints. What is the one thing that you have to figure out? If nothing else matters but this one single thing, if you figure out this one thing, life is pretty good. Find the biggest problem, not the symptom, but the actual sickness. Get to the root of the problem, one focus, one goal, all in on that. Kitchen fire, dumpster fire. The dumpster fire outside, it's not going to burn the house down. It's not. It might make a mess. It might smell, whatever, but it's not going to burn the house down. Focus on the kitchen fire. You cannot let a kitchen fire go. It will burn the fucking house down. Save your house, protect the kitchen, let the dumpster burn. Do not miss out on what is important by doing what you feel is urgent in the moment. Big picture thinkers have to understand the important, not the urgent. The other example, when you commit, you commit publicly. You commit to something private, that's one thing. That means that you can't lie to yourself, but a lot of people even lie to themselves. You commit publicly. We are going to do this thing. This is the target we are going to set as a team. Then you have accountability from multiple people. You have a lot of people riding on your focus and commitment to get that. I think that's the third biggest reason why we lack commitment in certain areas. Definitive commitment doesn't mean that you're actually going to hit it, doesn't mean that you're not going to get it. It's not determining the outcome, it's determining on the focus. This is about F&E, focus and execution. What is the 90-day focus and execution that you are prioritizing over anything else? End result you can live with. You go all in on that priority. Whatever the result is not as important as focusing on getting it to be resolved. Focus and execution, F&E. 90 days, one focus, one execution point. Nothing else matters. Go do it. Your life will forever change once you learn this. So let's get into the deep dive. Dual ownership. It is a hiding spot. It is how weak people lead to lessen the blow whenever someone doesn't accomplish something. We've all seen it. We all know it. When two people own a task, nobody does. If you and someone else is both accountable for one thing, the shared accountability automatically by default allows shared lack of responsibility. It allows lack of commitment to it. If you're assigned to 50% of something, why would you be 100% committed to get it done? If you own it all, 100% of it, probably going to do it because you don't have another choice. It's yours and yours only. If you look at having too many things, you got 5 massive things you got to do this quarter. It's too many. Prioritize them. Pick one to start. Don't try to accomplish all of them because once again, the focus. If you have one thing you know that needs to happen now, but it don't take 90 days, have a second and third priority in line. But make sure that the number one thing is the number one thing until it's not anymore, until it's resolved. So what do people who have uncertainty or maybe insecurity, they do? They put 2 people on it. That way, if something goes sideways, they can point somewhere else. They can push responsibility across multiple areas because it's not one person owning the outcome. Outcome, process. What is the clear outcome you need to achieve and the process to get there? One person owns it. Let them own it, and then they will get it to the finish line. Much more likely than having 2 people own what's perceived to be the thing, but actually is nothing. Dual ownership is not about teamwork. It's a hedge. It's a leader saying, I don't trust my judgment enough to commit one person to it. I don't know if this one person is actually competent enough to achieve it. I don't know if it's possible. I don't know that I could even do it. So how do I know if they can? You're never going to know till you get one person in charge of it. So just try it. One person in charge of it. Start with yourself. I am committed to this in the next 90 days. Nothing else matters. Everything else can go to the side until this one thing is done. Commitment, dialed in. And last but not least on this one thing, when you have 2 people in charge, you don't have one. So whenever someone has a problem, it's the game of telephone. They go to one person, they go to the other person. They're going to get different answers, more than likely. If there's not a clear command, a clear order and responsibility of who's the direct cadence to, who do I ask this question? The communication line must be parallel, up one at a time. One direct, responsible individual. One DRI. Steve Jobs mastered this focus better than anybody. Direct, responsible individual. Who do you report to? Who's directly responsible for this outcome? Find that one person dialed in, and watch it all change. Focus. When you think about focus, I am the epitome of no focus. The worst person to sit here and talk about focus. Why? Because years ago, focus was the number one constraint that I had as an individual. My progress was hindered by my lack of focus. Today, how do I course correct? How do I sit here now and talk to you about focus? Well, finish one course until successful. So you got to do one thing. Only one thing matters. Subtract everything else at the time being. Make sure that the one thing is the one thing, the main thing is the main thing, and you don't allow anything else. But you must prepare, and you must prepare savagely. You must prepare ruthlessly. Time blocks. Block your calendar. 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. almost every day, I have a priority block. Nothing else comes in. I focus on the priority. I execute according to the plan. If you're not prepared, you're going to fail. The old adage, speak on it all the time, failure to prepare to fail. So just prepare it. The way that I implement this, the easiest and most simplest way, the 3S solution. Simple, schedule, stakes. Make the outcome simple. What am I focused on? What is the outcome? What is the priority? Simple, black and white, clear, no gray area, no hypotheticals. Right there, black and white, yes or no. Simple, and then put in your schedule. Allocate the time needed every day to get that thing done and the cadence that you need it done and the time frame that needs to be completed. Start with the end in mind, compartmentalize back, and then put it in your calendar. And then what are the stakes? If I do and if I don't. If I do this thing, I'm going to reward myself with this. And if I don't do this thing, then I have to do this. Something you dislike. Shave my head. Okay? Something simple. If I don't accomplish this in 30 days, I have to shave my head. So you remember that every time you get distracted, every time that you don't focus on that main thing. Make sure the main thing stays the main thing by preparing for it. Whenever you see the focus on everything, it's really not focus, it's camouflage. It's spreading out, scattering out priorities by diluting the value in what matters. And it's just camouflaging the commitment to the actual thing you need to do. It's saying, oh, we're working, we're making progress, we're getting a little bit better. How do you gauge that? You're not resolving anything. If you still have a similar issue today you did last year, that's not resolving issue. That's pushing issues down the line. And it results in burnout every time. Everyone on the team sees it, everyone knows, and everyone will be burned out. It's bound to happen. And you're only lucky if you get through it and actually resolve it without the burnout. And last but not least, speak it into existence. If you say it out loud, rally a team around it, unify the people around you. Say, this is what we're going to do and focus everyone else on that thing. How do you do that? Everyone in the company, from a lower level, management level, director level, executive level, everybody focuses on the one thing that matters in parallel. That's how you win. Every goal for every department, every individual that has a position in the company of leadership that has a goal, it's all focused on the same outcome. Start from the bottom and it drives to the top. And that one top goal all stems from the unity that you have in parallel to get it. You can't have anyone understand what you're trying to accomplish if it's not spoken on. You can't expect people to live out to hit this accomplishment if they don't know what it is. How are you going to tell someone, hey, this goal's in place, but it's over here and then over there? Maybe you're doing all right, maybe you're not. No, this is what we must do. This is what the focus is. Don't do anything but this one thing. This one thing will get us where we need to go. Nothing else matters. It changes the game. If you're not loud about it, if you're not proud about it, if you're not saying it with confidence, it doesn't mean you're going to hit it. Just because you say it doesn't mean it's actually going to happen. You have to execute. But you can't execute on a vision if no one knows the vision. If you're trying to individually pull yourself to the finish line with this vision that you have in your head and you haven't told anybody else about it, it's not a vision, it's a delusion. It's a delusion. It's not a dream, it's a nightmare. Wake up and see that you can't do it alone. We all know that. It takes a team. How are you going to get a team into the same destination if they don't know the GPS coordinates or the landing spot? They don't know where the end's at. They don't know how to get there. It's impossible to happen. Whispered goals never live. They die a slow death, a quiet death. You take it to your grave because no one else knows about it. Speak on it often. Talk about the goal. Talk about how we're getting there. The vision. Repeat it ad nausea. Repeat it. Build a transformational team and a legacy of excellence. Help 100,000 people. Say the thing over and over and over again and watch how it just comes to light. The opportunities arise. You're focusing on that thing, and what you focus on expands. So when you focus on the one thing only, the opportunity to get it accomplished expands. It happens every single time. Trust me and try it. You focus on X, you're going to get the X outcome that you desire to have. You just have to stay focused. Focus and execution. F and E. It's a must have to achieve your outcomes. Stop telling yourself one day. It isn't about one day, it's about day one. Today should be your day one. What you need isn't another day. What you need is clarity with the community to give you confidence to unlock your greatness. That's what the group coaching program is all about. Confidence, clarity, via commitment. Hit the show link in the notes. Let's start unlocking your greatness now, today.